Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. A run for the former Seahawk. It's Rashad Penny. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go, because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Eagles at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. They have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? On second down, here's Penny. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On 4th down, Aaron Siposs on to punt for Philadelphia. Back deep for Miami, Jalen Waddle. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
He's got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Second down and 8. Again, it's A-Chain. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And the Dolphins are going to have it first and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. In motion, Hill. Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 and a gain of 3. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Mostert, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2 and brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this game, Charles, much talked about coming in. You think there's a real chance this is a Super Bowl preview?
I do, because as things stand, and I'll give you a little bit of a caveat here, that maybe things will shake out a little bit if someone loses along the way. But here we are right now. These are your 2 current #1 seeds, and I think they're both good enough to make it to the big game.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he's got this to Jefferson. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Inside handoff, Penny, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Flush to his right, fighting to stay upright. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
Penny, a first down carry. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Now 2nd and 9. Jefferson going to go in motion right. This is caught. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On first down, Tagovailoa. He dumps it off to H.A. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea. They were trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. In motion right goes Adams. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, here's a give to H.A. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to pass. Tua. Caught on the right side by Adams. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. They run for it. H.A. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. They set up the screen to Penny. He's into space past the 15. And finally taken down at the 26-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Great.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And fans of Penny's can certainly celebrate seeing that run because after 2021 breakout year, 2022 was cut short by injury. But there's one thing Philadelphia knows how to do. It's run the football. They targeted Penny as a free agent, knowing he could be a lead guy in their offense.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Play action. Here's Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man. He's got Jefferson across the formation. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Penny up the middle. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 23-yard line.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
73.
Jones now in motion left.
73.
Here's Hurts to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Allen. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. I think that's a good example of why they've been successful this year. They're fearless on any down.
And it's interesting that this year I asked an NFL head coach about being fearless and going for it on 4th down. And he said, people have to understand, there's fearless and there's reckless. I try not to be reckless when I make a decision to go for it on 4th down. In this case, fearless wins.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Justin Jefferson as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. And he finally goes out of bounds, so he couldn't take it the distance, but all the way inside the 15. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our scores. We are back underway on EA Sports. Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football.
Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to... And it's a fumble! And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need it.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 47-yard line.
Hurts. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Waddle now to return it. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. On second down, a run by H.A. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
At the 22-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts. He'll buy some time right. That's down the field for Jefferson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. On first down, Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas Goedert from 17 yards out. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Elliott good with a PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start by running the option to the right. Down the sideline he goes. How about this? Racing to the end zone. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, 85 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 28-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Hey, 73, 70. No touch.
Penny on the toss right. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter play. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
King, Phil King, Phil King. Alpha, Alpha, Alpha. Crowd left Yeti. Yo, touch.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That is caught. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You know, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And the Eagles are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
They'll get this out wide to Penny.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Penny will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
Elliott on for the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They set up the screen to H.A. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Dolphins.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.